Howdy, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Billy. Welcome to the program. It occurred to me recently that the name of the channel is Check This Shit Out, and what kind of channel would it be if I didn't occasionally give you some shit to check out? Growing up, there were a series of horror stories that were written for children called Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, followed by more scary stories to tell in the dark and even more tales to chill your bones. And what stood out in these stories were the insane art that went along with it. Some of this art still haunts me to this day, and this is where a lot of the urban legends and folklore come from, where I am still to this day scared that a spider is going to come lay eggs in my face and no one's going to know what it is until they explode all over and it's going to be super gross. To this day, I always check my back seat before I get into the car because you never know when there might be some kind of crazy killer just hanging out in the back. There are all of these crazy stories. As I think about it now, some of those stories were fucked up, and I don't know why a lot more kids weren't messed up, but they seem to love them. There are movies that are scary that are made for kids. There are a bunch of Disney Halloween movies and things like that. Nightmare Before Christmas can be kind of spooky sometimes. But I think it's really important to introduce children to horror at an early age. Just to let them know that it's okay to be scared, and that when you get scared, it's not the end of the world. Most of the time, it's your mind playing tricks on you, and sometimes it's not. But today, I want you to turn down the lights, except for a reading light, because you're going to need to read something. We're actually going to be talking about this book today. Today, I want you to check this shit out. All right, ladies and gentlemen, what this is a book called Behind You by Brian Coldrick. This is a book of one-shot horror stories. What is a one-shot horror story? Well, in comic book terms, a one-shot is just a single issue that tells a complete story. This is a complete story told with one picture and one page. It's pretty awesome. The art in here is really, really good. There's an introduction by Joe Hill, a writer of horror stories that I enjoy. He wrote Lock and Key. He wrote The Heart-Shaped Box, Horns. 20th Century Ghost is an anthology of his. It's really good. He just came out with something called Fireman. I definitely recommend, if you're into horror, giving him a look. This is interesting because every one of these pages, these stories are not interconnected. It's just a simple line or two to tell a story, and then a picture to really kind of drive it home. So what might seem like an innocent sentence is actually quite terrifying whenever you see the picture that follows. I find that animation in particular can get under your skin in a way that live action cannot. And much in the same way that an artist's rendition of something can be a lot creepier than just a picture of an old lady who looks scary. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to do a dramatic reading of a handful of these, about 5 of my favorites, to kind of give you an idea. You can locate this book online. I got mine off Amazon. It's 16 bucks, hardcover, can go on the shelf by IDW Publishing. I think they're also the ones who made Lock and Key, now that I think about it. But this is very, very good. If you're interested in kind of creeping yourself out, then might be for you. Also, if you have kids, there's nothing in here that's super terrifying. Some pictures of monsters, some pictures of scary, spooky stuff, but there is not a single picture in here that comes even close to the shit that I was exposed to in those damn children's scary stories books. So if those are good enough for you, this will be good enough for you. This will be a good one to kind of let your kids get into, let them read. Be prepared to might have them curl up next to your feet a couple of nights, but it's really, really good. Plus, it's also good for you to read as well. So we'll go ahead and take a look at a couple of these, and I hope you enjoy it. Check this shit out if you might like it. If you're into horror like I am, this might be a really good thing for you. And that is Behind You by Brian Coldrick. Hope you enjoy. Hope you and yours are well. Peace out.
First, she will find somewhere secluded and split herself in two. Then she will come.
No one else even lived in the building anymore, yet other steps always echoed up the stairwell, beside her own. It was stupid to come out over the flooded town. There's never any fish. The waters are just bad luck.
Chattering and giggling, bloody neighbors never shut up.
I should have visited more often.